nothing phases you. Like, what people say, what people do, how people act, it doesn't phase you, because once you get to that point where you love yourself, you realize how much trauma and how much hurt people carry. And you don't take a lot of stuff personally, because you realize that you are just the victim of the trauma they already had inside. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like, you just happen to be the person that they took that out on. And for me, I take that as a compliment, because it's obvious it's something about me that made your trauma and your past, like, trigger something to you, trigger something in you. And I'm not saying a compliment, like, because I don't want people to think like I like people's traumas, or like I'm taking, like, no, but it's like, it's obvious something about me is something you see that you need to work on, or something that you admire, but the way you process it is not in an admiration way, it's in a jealousy and like an envious way. You know what I'm saying?
I feel what you're saying. And throughout your life, like everything has an expiration, right? So it
Mm-hmm.
can be friendships, it can be even family members. Everything is in your life for a season. And sometimes when a door closes, it's so that better things can come together,
Mm-hmm. Yes.
right? And people are very envious nowadays. People are greedy, and people don't like you because your energy and your personality, that's like your power.
Right.
That is
Right.
your power in this world. And a lot of people don't like that. A lot of people want you to where they can control you.
Mm-hmm.
Once they feel like you're overstepping that, or you're kind of growing into a way like they can't really reach you anymore, they start to
Mm-hmm.
like you.
Yes, yes, I definitely do. Definitely agree with that. And like you were saying, like, you for real though, like, this is real. But like you were saying before, like, one thing I do feel like when you have learned to love yourself is you learn how to detach. And I think we talked about that in the last episode. It's
Mhm.
like, I'm not saying you cannot have your emotions, or you cannot feel some type of way, or like you cannot have that feeling, but it's like, like, it's raps, it's over with, and it's no bad blood, it's no hurt, it's no back and forth, it's no drama. Our time is up, and that's okay, and I appreciate the time we had together, and I wish you the best. But our time is just up, and you realize that you're not gonna harbor onto that, because that's a way of you loving yourself, to where you're wiping your hands of it, like that,
And you're
hands
not
up.
hands up, you're not allowing yourself to really dwell in bad energy. You know,
Yeah.
when somebody becomes envious, it's just a reflection of you probably don't love yourself, and I do.
Hmm.
So because I want the best for you and I want you to grow, but I'm also doing growing within my own journey, I'm going to let you go. And sometimes that doesn't need any explanation.
Right.
Why
Right.
you cut somebody off, does they don't need an explanation.
They don't need an explanation, because one, we're all grown. Like, people know what they're doing. Even though they want to be victims and they don't want to hold themselves accountable, people know exactly what they're doing. So a lot of times you don't need that explanation. And I think that's kind of what I've been learning as well, to stop explaining myself. But I feel like, for me, I feel like when it's people I love, I feel like I kind of owe them an explanation. It's like, okay, it's like, let me give them a reason, but then I have to realize, like, you never gave me a reason for the way you act towards me.
Hmm.
you
And
never you never explained
that
that, so it's like,